All right, so just to kind of like speed it up, I already gave him my presentation on what I'm bringing to the table as far as marketing, etc. I'm gonna speed it up to the part where we get to the percentage. So I gave him my presentation, and we agreed on the price of $250, which I'm saying that we should put it at $249,999, and the percentage is going to be 6%.
Okay. Well, listen, Harry. Honestly,
Wait. Before we go that route, you ask him what's your commission, and I want to hear him say 6%. Because you guys got to learn what his tone is when he says it. Okay.
So just to be clear, it's $249,999, which I'm great with, and your commission is
6%.
6%. Okay. Well, Harry, I'm going to be really honest with you. Your presentation was great. I like a lot of your ideas that you're going to bring to the table and get this home sold. But the 6%, I'm not that comfortable with. What would you feel about 4%?
All right, so let's hold that thought there. I just want to reverse roles here so you can put yourself in my shoes. Tomorrow, if you went into work, would you take a 17% pay cut?
Not to do the same amount of work, no.
Okay, so that's essentially what you're asking me, right?
Essentially, yes. Honestly, I'm looking at how much money I can put in the bank for my kids. At the end of the day, this is going to be my retirement, and that will make a big difference for me, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I'm actually a cancer survivor. I had leukemia.
Okay.
I didn't go and look for the cheapest doctor. This is a big choice in my life. My life depends on it. I think you should have that same mindset of going in here because you get what you pay for. So if you're worried about commission and you want someone that's going to do it for cheap commission, you're going to get a cheap agent that doesn't know what he's doing. Now, what I'm bringing to the table is I'm bringing value. I'm going to get you top dollar. So even if you cut your commission and you get someone that's out there that's going to do it for less than me, you're also going to get less on your top dollar.
I can definitely.
Hold on. Let me hold your thought. Let's take this dollar bill, right? Let's say this is 6%, right?
Okay.
Half goes to the buyer's agent, half goes to the seller's agent, right?
Okay.
Then half goes to my broker, half goes to me, right?
Okay.
I have 3 kids now, right? Let's cut that in half with 3 kids, right? Taxes, Uncle Sam. Hold on, I'm not even at my marketing yet. My truck, my MLS fees, the drone video I told you I'm gonna do, my pictures, all professional, my guy from Italy.
You should put it on the ground and step on it.
So you want... So what you're asking me is, Hugo, let me make sure that I understand correctly. You're asking me for a piece of this.
To be really transparent, yes, I.
Okay. Well, listen. Listen, I can really appreciate how you feel, and your time's going to show you. You're going to interview other agents. Because I'm not gonna back down on my 6%. I know what I'm worth, and my past history on all my sales getting people top dollar or over asking price speaks for itself. Like I already showed you all of that. So I'm gonna have to walk for now, but I'll get a call from you within the next week after you interview the rest of these agents and you see what I bring to the table. And the other agents that cut their commission for you when you ask them to, they're gonna cut your price when they get offers as well. And I'll stand my ground to make sure I get you that top dollar. I'm not gonna cut you on top dollar. But those other agents that are gonna cut their commission, you can best believe they're gonna cut you top dollar too. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Harry, I appreciate it. Wait, no, don't leave.
So we wanted to show where we have to know our value, and when it's time for us to walk, that we don't need to take every listing. And I planted seeds of doubt with him with all of those things, and I know he's gonna call me.
Yeah.
And maybe he would have did that, where he said, no, don't leave. But if he doesn't, I know my worth. So now we're gonna.
Thanks for my dollar, man.
We're gonna. Do you want me to give him the mic since he's gonna be speaking?
Check. Check. So Harry, now that we're done with all the walkthrough, I just want to go through some of the paperwork stuff. So the agreed upon price is $319,900. I think that'll seem a lot more appealing than $320,000.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that.
Great. And then the commission piece is going to be 6% for the sale.
Oh, You want 6%?
Well, that was a great reaction. But, well, the sale is going to offer a total of 6%. Now, that's broken up between myself, and we discussed it in the beginning that I am a dual disclosed agent, so if the opportunity presents itself, yes, I would have the opportunity of taking advantage of the entire 6%, minus the association with my broker that would have to split. But ideally, a buyer's agent would bring a buyer to the table, and then we would split that. So, yes, 6%.
Man, I gotta be honest, man. I seen something on Facebook. These guys like listed for like 2% or something.
I honestly, to be honest with you, I've seen the same ad. But at the same time, I've also seen the quality. We went through my entire plan, and I can appreciate how you feel about the 6%, but maybe there was something in there that didn't seem very appealing that I didn't fully explain to you, so you can understand the value of that 6%, because within that 6% comes all that marketing costs.
Man, how about 4%?
Honestly, Harry, let me ask you a question. You did mention to me while we were doing the walkthrough that you're a leukemia survivor?
Yeah.
Right, so that process from diagnosis to actually having the procedure done, how long did that take, would you say?
About 4 months.
4 months, and within those 4 months, what'd you do?
Prayed a lot.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure while you prayed, you probably prayed for a great doctor, right, to help you get through it, but you also probably looked for a good doctor, right?
I actually prayed for God to work through those people, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure that you went with probably the most qualified and efficient doctor you can find, right?
We made sure the guy knew what he was doing.
Okay, so you didn't...
He had experience with
You didn't go for the doctor with the Facebook ad, right?
No.
Okay, so you get my drift?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so let's just forget the presentation and everything, right? I want to just speak to you man to man from the bottom of my heart. I got 3 kids. They lost their mother a few years ago. I'll be honest with you. Could you cut a 0.5%, because it would really make or break my situation with my family, and I'm being sincere, and I'm not putting on a act. Like, I really need that money for my kids. Would you be able to at least, you can still keep 3% for yourself, where there's some money for marketing, like you were saying. I see the value that you're bringing. Now I'm just speaking to you man to man. I really need this 0.5%. Like, it'll make or break me. Is there something that would you be able to do that? Because I really see what you're saying, and I want to get top dollar for the house. I respect you, but as man to man, put yourself in my shoes as a single father with these kids, that 0.5% would really break me.
Honestly, Harry, I can really appreciate you sharing that with me. Something that personal, obviously, you don't share with everybody. And me, myself, being a father of 3 kids, I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Here's what we can do, and I'm glad that you can really understand everything that we do and everything that we're going to do in representing you. We can do 5.5%, but I would ask in return a 1-year commitment versus a 6-month.
You know what? I felt like I gave a little, and you gave a little, so I got to give a little. So I have no problem with that, and I really look forward to working with you. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Harry.
Thank you. Okay. When we were role playing, and he threw out, instead of 6 weeks, 6 months to do a year, I thought that was really good on negotiation.
Sure, it's a negotiating tool.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Any comments, guys, or what you would give as advice, or any takeaways you got from that? No, Tom's got a couple of things he wants to say. No?
Well,
Tom's got something to say?
No, that was real good what he did. In the negotiating, this is part of negotiating class. When you gave something, you gave him that 0.5%. You asked for something.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
It is. That's the way. That's part of negotiating. That's part of negotiating skills.
Yeah, he's a beast.
One negative comment about it, neither one of you ever got much to the money. When you really got stonewalled, a good thing to talk about is the money.
Well, no, I kept saying to him, that's how I'm going to get you top dollar.
Yeah.
But if you cut your commission...
Yeah, but you never said anything like this. What's more important to you, putting the most money in your pocket or cutting the commission? Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Okay.
But I thought it was good.
Yeah.
About as good as I've seen.
Yeah, you did good. Just I would slow it down just a tad.
Yeah, your rate of speech is fine.
It almost seemed like you just wanted to get it out of you as soon as possible to get it over with.
But he has eliminated Remember that?
Yeah, he
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I haven't heard for 2 or 3 weeks.
I think you drop a lot of information, and if you just slow it up, it'll actually have more of a punch to it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Just no more practice.
Yeah, cool.
All right, good job, guys.
Good job, guys. That's really good.
I like your presentation. Now, what do you normally charge for commission?
My commission is 6%.
Yeah, it's kind of steep. I actually spoke with another agent who was willing to do 3%.
Yeah, well, that's just not how I work. If you're looking to go with
Okay,
the
well,
cheapest agent, you know, see you later. I'm done.
Yeah, you're hired.
That's funny.
That's reality. You know, if you're looking to go with, you know, the cheapest agent, then, you know, I'm not the guy for you. But I will give you the amount of work that 6% does justify. You know, the things that I want to do for you are above and beyond what any other agent will give you. But just cutting my commission just to get you, your listing is just not how I work. So, you know, I appreciate your time, but you know, if you're looking for the cheapest, then I'm sorry, I'm not your guy.
Actually, man, I'll say this, man. First, I like your haircut, and second off, you know what? I do believe in quality. You know, it matters greatly to me. So I'll give you the chance if you can prove yourself that you're worth the 6%. Now, how long do you expect to sell my? Well, is that it? Like, do you continue the conversation?
Do your thing, man.
Okay.
Just, I guess, try to stump me. Try to, you know.
Okay, so but what does the 6% include? Like, what can you provide for me?
Well, I'm going to give you 100% of my time and effort. I'm going to put everything I can into this property to sell it for you. 6% is the commission, but what I do for you has nothing to do with the commission. The commission is what is going to be the payment. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do an amazing job of marketing. I'm going to do everything I can to sell this home. I'm going to do open houses every other week. I'm going to have a team of people working on this property for you. And I'm really going to give you 100% effort and everything that I can to get this house sold for you. Now, if we want to break down the commission and percentages, and 1% for marketing, 1% for my time, I think, you know, that's really just not the way to do it. It'd be like, you know, if you were at your job, what type of work do you do?
I do marketing and media, so
Okay.
you know, I can appreciate, you know, a good marketing specialist.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, if you look at your job as a percentage, you know, 100% of your time, you know, so if I said to you, you know, is how much of the time is going to be spent on actually being behind a camera, how much time is going to be spent here, it's not really like that. But I will tell you this, I'm going to give you everything I have to sell this home, and I'm really going to put the effort in. And, you know, right now in the industry, 6% is standard, so, you know, I really can't cut that at this point.
Okay, well, like I said, I found someone else who could do it for cheaper, but I'll tell you what, because this house, it means a great deal to me. It's been passed down from generation to generation. Actually, my great-great-great-great-grandfather built this house in the 1700s. And then in the 1960s, they got a flatbed to pick it up and move it to where it is now.
Well, I could appreciate that, and that, you know, I've been, you know, in the same situation, and you know, there's one thing that I've always been told is that
actually, you know, if you like, I can show you the shingles, and on the side of the house, it's still the original shingles.
Yeah.
It's worth a lot of money, actually.
Okay, well then
Just
that will
the
definitely be
shingles
something that I
themselves.
could use in my marketing plan, and, you know, and really
that.
point that out.
Do that.
But, you know, there's one thing I was always taught, that, you know, it's always, you know, quality over quantity. So if you're looking for one or the other, you know, I definitely am the guy that's going to bring the quality. If you're just looking for a certain number, then, you know, I'm sure you could find that. But that's just really not how I work.
I'm looking to really make the most out of this because, like I said, this house means so much to me.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's how I'm going to treat it too. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to give it everything I can. So.
All right, Paul. Well, listen, man. You sit well with me, so I'm going to give you that chance. But I'll tell you what, man. You better really prove yourself to me, because if not, I will replace you.
And I appreciate that, and that's what I'm looking for to keep me on my toes. So.
All right.
All right, you want
Let's
to?
reverse it. Let's not just take too long because there's more people.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I know that was kind of.
We didn't practice the shingle thing.
Cut out the U-notes. Practice and cut out the U-notes.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, my name is Paul. So, Danny, what's your?
Like,
You can't hear it from there. So, Danny, I like everything you said. You know, the one thing that I you know, have to question you on is, you know, what is your commission rate? What are you charging?
I charge 6%.
Oh man, that's
I like that. He was happy about that.
You seem a little too happy about that.
Well, that's because I know my value and my worth, and I can assure you that I will provide you the utmost highest quality that you will ever find in this entire state.
Okay. Well, right now, I understand that that you feel that you're worth 6%, and
I am.
I'm sure you are valuable. And but there's thousands of agents out here in New Jersey, and
None like me, though. I can assure you that.
Yeah, but
Let me tell you
I
this.
won't know that till the
How many burger places? I apologize for cutting you off, but how many burger places are there? Right? You can go to McDonald's, you can go to Burger King, or if you like, you can go to the highest quality burger place and get you the best burger in town or in the state. Right? So if you're the type of person that prefers cheap, go ahead.
Well,
find you a cheaper agent, right? Because what I found.
I feel you're being very, aggressive with.
Oh, I apologize. But I just, let me just say this. And then you can say whatever you want. I can appreciate how you feel. And I've had others that felt the same way, right?
Feel, felt, and found. There you go.
But what I found is that other agents, if they're willing to cut their commission, they're also willing to cut how much money they're going to make for your house. So, if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, the thing that I would like to say to you is this. Obviously, there's other agents out there, and I get that they're going to come down lower on their commission to get the job. But the only problem is, let me ask you, how do you describe this? I won't know. If I give you 6%, I won't know if it was worth it until your 6-month contract is up.
Do you know the band ABBA? The ABBA.
ABBA?
You never heard of? Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me.
6%.
That's how you do it.
I would say with Paul, I felt like you pushed it off too much. Like, go with another agent. You kept saying that. I don't think you should say it as much. Maybe once. But it just it seemed like you were like, well, you said a lot of good things, but then you were like, then go with that agent then. Or you would make another good point, and you were like, well, then go with them. It felt like you were pushing a little bit too hard to push them somewhere else. It came off like kind of like you were very defensive versus being, this is what I do, I provide, it's the best of the service, and maybe just say it once, those other agents aren't going to provide that versus go with them. It you kept pushing that out there, Danny, as well. Go with someone else. Because it almost sounded like you might as well just go with someone.
Let's just wing it, so.
Okay,
so I'll be.
You're the realtor.
Yeah, so
I'll ask him what his commission is.
So what's your commission?
All right, so obviously I presented you my presentation. My commission 6%.
Can you do 5?
No, I would not do 5.
Why not?
All right, do you like visuals, Sophie?
Yeah.
All right, so let me give you an example. I'll show you. So see this dollar bill. This is the whole 6%. You probably think I get all of that, which obviously I do not. Half goes to the buyer's agent side, half goes to my side. Just to my agency, not to me. Then half goes to my agent, to my broker, half goes to me. Then I gotta spend money on marketing, on taxes, on my car, and then obviously on advertising your home, getting the most money. That's around what I'll walk away with. So if I split that even more, it's pretty much like taking a 17% pay cut at my job, and that's not something I would want to do. So I mean, I showed you what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. Is that something you want to work with for 6%?
That sounds good.
Good.
Yep.
You should say, plus that's my last dollar I have left.
I should have said that.
That's good. That was down to my last dollar.
You know what? I don't even think that's a bad idea because that's something to break up that weirdness and laugh about.
Yeah. So I love the presentation, love personality, but what's your commission?
6%.
Would you do it for 5?
No. Would you take a 17% pay cut on your job?
To do the same amount of work? I would not, no.
Exactly. So I can't take a 70% pay cut on mine because it goes towards my marketing. If I want to get you top dollar for your house, I will have to sell it for more money. And I will have to split this with other agents. If I put it on the market for less money, then the other agents are not going to show your property and it's going to stay in the market longer.
So you're saying that extra 1% will get my house out there and
absolutely
really market it?
Yes, it is.
So
and I know my worth, and I show you my presentation.
Yeah, I
know what I could do.
That 1% really makes that much of a difference for marketing-wise?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's just not just me. I work with a partner as well. It's a team of us. It's not just us selling it, it's also my whole company, because we're a small shop and we're all like, it's like a family, and we're all pushing for each other, and we all want to sell and get you top dollar.
Okay, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
But thank you.
Thanks 6%.
You know, I apologize if I go blank, so it's all good.
So we went over the presentation and the price. So what's your commission?
Commission 6%.
Okay. Is there any way that we can negotiate that?
No, it's pretty standard, 6%. So I've showed you what we'll do for you and how to get the most money for your home. So that will be necessary, the 6%, to properly market your property to get you what you want in your pocket.
Okay. How does that guarantee me that it's not gonna make me like make a little more money, or is that gonna help me?
Let me put it this way. In your job, would you do the same amount of work or the same quality of work for a pay cut?
Not really.
Exactly. So when I can assure you that you get the quality, not just an agent trying to get, your business, we'll provide you the quality that you need to get the most money for your home. So you've seen the presentation, what we can offer. If you wanted a cut, you can let me know where you want to cut it from. Your advertising, the photography, the video, you let me know where you want to take that cut from, and then we can talk about negotiating the commission.
Well, I honestly rather you do the best job and try to get me the most money.
That's what we're here for, to provide you the quality. So, you agree?
We can.
All right. All right.
All right, so I've got to see your presentation and what you're wanting to do. So we talked about the price, and what's your commission?
6%.
6%. Okay. I've spoken to a couple of agents, and they're coming between 4 or 5%. Is your commission negotiable?
Honestly, not, because we have a lot to do when it comes to selling a home. I never done this before, by the way. But there, just let me ask you a question. What the reason why you asked me if we can cut it is because?
Well, money's tight, and that's why we're selling the home, downsizing to be able to afford a new home, and actually without being in bad financial position. So we're trying to get the most money in our pocket to take care of our finances.
Okay, well, if we really do the math when it comes to selling a property, I think the faster you sell it, the more money you're really gonna put in your pocket. The more advertising we do, the more work we put into it, you're gonna make a lot more money by selling it quicker. And that's what we're here for. That's why I give you all my presentation. I show you what we can do for you. So, cutting down on that is not really gonna make you any money, like more money than what you think you're gonna really make, because in the meantime, you're still losing time. You're still paying your mortgage. So, the faster we sell it, the faster you're gonna be able to move along to the next property.
So how can I put more money in my pocket by paying out more commission?
Because you're really gonna sell it faster. And every month that you're not selling the property and you're not moving to the next property that you wanna do, you keep paying your mortgage, you keep paying your bills. So all that, if we really go down on the math to do this, it's really gonna save you a lot more money by you getting the best agent to take care of it. And I did show you what we do. We do a lot of marketing. We'll make sure this gets done as soon as possible.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm the agent.
You're the agent?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your commission?
My commission is 6%.
Okay. It's a bit high.
Excuse me?
That's a bit high. Can you cut that down?
No, well, our commission in office is 6%. And it's to your advantage for me to even charge 6% because more agents are likely to show my property compared to others because of this more commission they're going to get. Secondly, I know my worth. I'm a former police officer. I'm retired. And I was an investigator. And as an investigator, I gave my clients, my citizens, people who I had to do an investigation for, I gave them my utmost attention to their jobs. And my closeout rate was like 100% almost. And even when I got shot as a police officer, I even took files home the next day, and I was working on the file. And I promise you, I would take that same tireless effort when I'm trying to when I sell your house. So on top of everything, my marketing I spoke to you about, I believe I'm worth that. I'm happy to be your agent.
How can I say no to that?
There you go. I enjoyed your presentation, but how much is your commission?
Oh, our commission is 6%.
6%?
Yes.
Oh my God. Are you worth 6%?
Absolutely.
Why do you think you're worth 6%?
Oh, well, number one, you would be my only listing, and I would be 100% dedicated to you. Also, you know, all the marketing that we talked about, everything that we went over, that costs money. And I'm going to need that in order to get your house sold. We want to make it as appealing as possible. There's a lot of houses, as we went over, in your market for sale. So we want to make sure you're top of mind to the other agents, so they are bringing buyers to us so we can get this off the market as quickly as possible.
So you're going to get the whole 6%, or how about, what's the difference? 1%, and if you charge me 5% instead of 6%. What's the difference? It's only 1%.
I'm glad you asked that. Well, first of all, I don't get 6%. I split that, number one, with the other agent. That's why we want to make it as appealing as possible for them so they bring buyers. Number two, I have to then split that half that I get with my broker, which then gets cut down for marketing, and then cut down for my car, and then cut down. So actually my 3% that I'm getting gets cut down to about this, and I know I'm definitely worth that. I don't want to cut it down any less than that, so that I can give you my undivided attention and give you everything that you need to get this house sold.
You're hired.
Thank you.